Now the question is, in your future incarnation, you will definitely have to take many, because you have to realize God, whether you want it or not. That is not up to you. You are seeing this God realization soul, God realized soul is suffering like anything in the hands of humanity. So at the end of, so perhaps you will say, who wants God realization? Guru is suffering so much. True, I am suffering, but Guru, God will not allow anybody to remain unrealized. Now the question is opportunity. All the spiritual masters have said that if you get a God-realized soul in any human incarnation, then you get the utmost opportunity not only to run the fastest in that particular incarnation, but also you get ample opportunity if you can please your master. In every sphere of your life, then your future incarnations will be smoother, more illuminating and more fulfilling. You will be able to reduce your future incarnation. If you have to take 50, 60, 100 or 200 more, you can do it in perhaps 10 or 20 or 30 incarnations. But rest assured that there is nobody here on earth who can say that I won't take any more incarnation, or I don't care for God realization, I don't need God, will not allow anybody to remain unrealized. So you have to come again and again and again. But only the question is, if in this incarnation, means for you I am telling, if you are not taking advantage of your association, connection, inner connection, outer connection with me, you are not utilizing it properly, then you are making the Himalayan mistake. Well, each time you come, you will see how difficult, impossible to believe the suffering that each human being goes through. You people are on the path, spiritual path, you feel that your suffering is insufferable and unbearable. But you have no idea, ordinary people who are not on the spiritual path, it doesn't have to be our path, far from it. People who are not on the spiritual path, believe me, they have to come to spiritual path either in this incarnation or 10 incarnation later or 20 incarnation. Without entering into spiritual life, it doesn't have to be path. Without entering into spiritual life to prayer and meditation, and your disciples, you have a path. Buddha, Krishna and all this, they didn't have a path. They realized God by virtue of their own meditation, aspiration and so forth. So when you take incarnation with the spiritual master, Ramakrishna used to say that time, cow is there, milk is there, milk, but milk is not in the tail or in the nose or in the ear of the cow. There is a special place, and when you press the other, that you get milk. Similarly, when the spiritual master comes, if you take advantage, it is this, here is the spiritual master's heart, or his third eye. Third eye is difficult to see, but the eye, heart you can see. So now I'm coming back about the future incarnation. Each incarnation gives us experiences, healthy you can say, unhealthy you can say, but it is, these experiences are leading human beings to a special goal. But only people who had spiritual wealth, peace, you can say, light, bliss, from their previous incarnations or from their aspiration, they got some divine qualities, and definitely God will give them back their divine qualities to start their journey again. Definitely He will give back, and then He will tell them to increase and increase. But the question is, there are some millions and billions of people on earth who will be starting their new incarnation, new life, without any divine light, divine peace, or divine bliss. But now, when you join a path, it is like entering into a garden, most beautiful garden. Thousands of flowers are there with fragrance. You can pluck the flowers. You can have the experience, what you call fragrance, and collect the fragrance inside your heart, inside your inner life, and you can bring them back. Now the question is, people who are on the path, how seriously take their spiritual life, how much they value their spiritual life, how much they want to keep their inner connection with their inner pilot, with the Supreme. It is up to them. Otherwise, just by following a path, one cannot say that one is established or is establishing or will establish the closest connection with the inner pilot, with the Supreme. No. On the contrary, it may happen. It is happening, it will happen everywhere. Some took the spiritual life infinitely more seriously when they joined the path. It is about, let us say, 99%, not 100%, or 95% disciples, when they joined the spiritual life, took more seriously than they are now. So the connection that they established with the Supreme when they took the spiritual life seriously, if the same spirit is not there, same eagerness is not there, same willingness, love, devotion, surrender, which is our path, then naturally the connection or oneness or the depth of their feeling for the inner life, if it is not there, then what happens? No matter how many years, 20 years or 30 years or 40 years, if the heart's cry, mounting cry, is not there, or is almost, the flame is extinguished, then how can they ever hope that in the future incarnation they will be able to enter into a spiritual family or good family? No, it is their wishful thinking. Some people can take birth in a very rich family, but then again, just because they enter into a rich family, they cannot say that they will be able to use the wealth properly, or they misuse, or they become undivine human beings and they ruin everything. So here also, many disciples who joined the path had very sincere aspiration, dedication. Then over the years, they expected spiritual life to give them certain things in their own way. But recently I said, spiritual life is not going to give things to please them. They can hate spiritual life, they can hate Supreme, they can hate the Master, they can do anything. But then question comes, while on the boat, means on the path, they are going a farthest in terms of consciousness, oneness, awareness. So if you are on the path, say 30 years, or you'll be more, you cannot say that just because you are on the path 30, 35 or 40 or 50 you'll be on the path, that spiritual masters or the Supreme is bound to have special preference for you all. He will see whether you maintain the same inner aspiration, dedication, devotion, love, devotion, surrender, or your love for your spiritual life. But you cannot say just I have spent all my life. All your life, when you started your life, is one story. But now your life is totally different. Now you are on the path, but your concentration, your concern for the outer life, the other life that you know, is much more. Your physical existence is here, but your vital existence, mental existence, these existences are somewhere else. So you may not be, outwardly you may not be with those who are not following any path. But if your aspiration is gone down considerably, and absolutely touch the rock bottom, they say, I use the term abysmal abyss, you are in no way better than those who are not consciously praying and meditating. Now I am again coming back to reincarnation, because when you go away, you will go against some. If they follow our path lovingly, devotedly, soulfully, self-givingly, then when they are about to leave, I shall personally come, or I shall send some representatives. But future life, please do not think that this is your last incarnation. To all of you I am telling, again, the vital in you sometimes will desire to come back, but this heart in you may not try to come back because of the suffering. But whether you are afraid of the future life, whether you care for it or not, those things will not be counted, because you have to come back and come back. Not only you, every human being who is incarnated, and God has patience, infinite patience, He will send you. So now if one is wise, if one wants to get double promotion or triple promotion, if one wants to be an excellent runner, and if one gets a coach, and if one has talents, one definitely runs faster. So when you enter into spiritual life, if you have a master and if you have inner pilot, naturally you are given the ample opportunity to run fastest. But then question comes, when you're in the boat, when you're in the path, where you are going, whether you want to make the fastest progress, or you want to go at the speed of India's bullock cart, you can. But the question is, once you enter into the marathon, you can stop, you can lie down, but the guards will come and force you to start running or walking. Will not allow you to come out of the race. Here you can, but in eternity, in inner life, once you enter, you have to conquer. Again, even if you do not enter today's race, today, it will come again and again and again. There will be endless marathons, endless. So there you have to participate. Today, if you say, I am not ready, I don't care for it, all right. But tomorrow, you can say, but day after tomorrow, you will be compelled. to enter into this inner race, inner marathon.